Well, as promised, I'm going to try to replace my stock Arsenal trigger with this Tapco single hook G2 trigger. I don't really have any experience in doing this, so I'll probably be editing this to make sure I don't spend too long. First thing we do is pull our safety up out of the way and remove that. That's probably the easy part. Got the light in here. One reason why I'm doing this video is I couldn't find hardly any videos that showed any good visible pictures of how to take this thing out. Down in here you can see my shepherd's hook. It's wrapped around the bottom of the trigger retaining pin, and the long end goes underneath the pin holding in the hammer. So that'll probably be the hardest thing to get in and out. Everything I've read said you basically use a pair of pliers to move that out. I think it depends on what type of shepherd's hook you have. Like I said, the ones I've been reading about, they say just go ahead and pull it forward towards the muzzle, but mine looks like I'm gonna have to somehow back it up. Not too sure how I'm gonna get this thing out of here. Alright, I moved the one hammer spring out of the way. What I'm going to do, I think this will work. I'll go ahead and use my flathead screwdriver and push down on the top of the shepherd's hook. And hopefully I'll be able to push out my hammer spring, or my hammer retaining pin. Well, I got it started, but it's not coming out just yet. I got my hammer spring out, or my hammer pin, if I can remember to call it that. And I had to turn it sideways to get it out, no big deal. That's basically what I had to do. I had to push down that shepherd's pin. From there I could go ahead and pull that pin out, or drive it out first, and get it to come out. Alright. My shepherd's hook is a lot more exposed, and hopefully I should be able just to Alright, so I got this thing out of here. Don't ask me how I did it, but I think it'll go on easier, it'll come off. I think I bent it out of shape a little bit, but it'll get bent back into shape once I get that pin back through there. So that's my trigger pin assembly. I got all my triggers, a spring in there. Just lift it all up out of there. And it is indeed a US trigger. It's a complaint we see on both. And the hammer, made in the US. Alright, be right back with my reassembled new trigger. Okay, got my trigger assembly put together. With this little collar they give you, it's kind of nice. Let you put it together without putting it in. And I got my spring all set up. There's a lot of tension in this. Semi-auto rifle lever gave me the hint to tie wrap those so they don't come flying out at you. So I'm gonna start by putting my trigger assembly in. I go in reverse order. Take one of my pins. Get to the other side. Bastard shepherd's hook here. Of course now it doesn't want to stay for shit. Big question is, can I get this sucker back in there? It's a wee bit cramped. Try without that, I guess. There we go. Come on, baby. I don't think my pin's in there. Push it down here. There. Now it's definitely in there. Alright, hopefully I should just be able to. That's nice. A lot smoother. Alright. I think that's it. Biggest problem was that gosh dang shepherd hook by far. And it took some maneuvering to get the hammer back in there, but all in all it seemed to work. Give me a second to put it back together and we'll do some function checks, I guess. Well, hopefully that wasn't as bad to watch as it was to do. Depending on your shepherd hook, it can be quite a bear. Like, I didn't have much of an easy time getting it, but it was a lot easier. Like I said, I'm sure someone with some more experience could probably do a lot better job than I did, but seems to be working okay. And I'll be doing some bump fire later on at this trigger. I've never done that either, so I'm sure that'll be hopefully a more pleasant experience than replacing this trigger was to begin with. Hopefully the camera got in there and got some good glimpses of the crap in there. Like I said, when I looked online on YouTube specifically for some how-tos on how to do it, I wasn't getting a whole lot of, I won't say good information, but you couldn't really see what was going on. There's people digging around in the receiver, you know, telling you what to do. And
somehow they magically pulled it off, but hopefully, hopefully that'll be a little more visual than some of the ones out there. Like I said, I'm sure a lot of people out there can do better than me, but that was my attempt, and at least it worked in the long run. My thanks to Coke Man for pointing out the right trigger to get for me before I got the rifle actually in hand. And even bigger thanks to semi-auto rifle lover for that little tip about the spraying, because I'd hate to have those things fly back and poke me. So that definitely helped out a lot. So there you have it. I guess I hope you got something out of it, or someone gets something out of it. And hopefully the next video with this bad boy, I'll be putting some rounds down range.